Dorado. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of El Dorado, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Falcons. It is Bunny. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Zerg player representing himself. We have the last Zerg player in the tournament. It is Dark. The one and only. And if you're in the chat, get your gamba going. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. I would say that Dark is favored here against Bunny, but that is also, I'm referring to maybe a couple of months ago. I would be a lot more confident in that statement. Nowadays, Dark, he has been less active. He hasn't been competing as much, hasn't been practicing as much. Again, Dark, he has spoken about how military service is looming over the horizon. That is the reason why Dark left his team. Dark, he is no longer on Talon Esports, and likewise is getting ready here for that military as well. Is getting ready for it. So we get, basically what I'm getting at, we have to cast Dark while we can. as much as we can, while we can. All the Dark. As it looks like we're going to be opening up gases here. It's going to be a hatch pull into a third hatchery, so very greedy play here by Dark. This is something that Dark and many top Zerg players are very fond of, depending on the map. What I'm getting at here, this gases opener can be quite risky. Can be risky because the downside is no link speed. No link speed here to defend early on, so you are vulnerable to Hellion dives. But on a map like El Dorado, I mean, how do you harass, how do you get Hellions here to the space without mining through the patches yourself? So Dark, he has to focus on purely defending this ramp. Just purely defending this ramp here. This will protect his third base, so we can get away with purely Sim City and Queens. You can get away with delaying your gas. So gases opener here by Dark, very greedy. You can also do this similarly on Neon Violet Square, on Abyssal Reef, and on King's Cove. These are all maps that likewise have a very narrow choke point at the natural that you can wall off and defend very easily, and just focus on Queen rotations instead. So depending on the map, this is more viable. If you're out there, if you're a Zerg player, if you're like, yo, I want to play like Dark, I want to go gasless, don't do it on like Whispers of Gold. Don't do it on Whispers. Don't do it on Ultra Love. Like, there are certain maps where it's illegal package, but it is legal here. So very map dependent. Reaver dips in. So far, Dancing with the Lings gets one. One link does go down, and Bunny pulls away. Does pull away. Back at home, we have our third CC in production, so it's going to be 3 CC into Starport. Economic opener here out of Bunny. I'm assuming it's going to be 3 CC into the Starport and not a second Rax. We'll keep an eye on Bunny. As Reaper dips in, and so far, Dark, he's holding on. And there it is, Starport is on the way. So standard economic opener here by Bunny. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Bunny does rotate. So far, Dark again, he's keeping up, but he at least confirms the third. Does deny a little bit of mining time, but not much more than that. As Bunny is forced back, is zoned away. Away. Bunny likewise poking in. Here comes that Overlord Scout. Dark, he will confirm the opener. Gets eyes on the 111 and also confirms that there is no add-on here on the Starport. So there is no Banshee. Instead, it's going to be earlier stim into Viking Liberator Harass. Okay. Now, typically when you go gasless, because link speed is so late, you just skip it. You just skip link speed entirely, and we're going into roaches instead. Roach horns on the way. Until then, though, we're diving into the mineral line. Drones, they pull back. One drone goes down. So far, good defense here by Dark. He does shut down the Hellions. The Queens were in position. Dark was ready. Goes back to mining. Roach Warren is almost done. Now, just because the opener is Roach-based doesn't mean it has to be purely Roach Ravager from here. We could see in the mid-game Dark then start to invest into Link Speed, into Banelings, and then go into Roach Ravager Link Bane. Otherwise, this could be Roach Ravager into Hydra Lurker. That is also a viable tech path here for Dark if he goes into +2 range. As W Chamber going to be on the way. Liberator into the main. Will threaten. Will siege. So far, Darky's keeping up and he doesn't take any losses. Likewise, Hellions once again, they do threaten the third. Oof. Eva Chamber is going to be denied. Drone's going to be going down. Not bad, he gets 7. 7 workers going down, and most of the Hellions do make it out alive. Yeah, very nice run by here by Bunny. Very nice drive-by. Losing 1 Hellion for 7 drones. And he's not done. He rotates once again. Looking for another opening. Again, it's not easy opening castles like this. As the Eva Chamber is thrown down this time. Does wall off. Oh my god, despite that, more drones going to get roasted. Getting another 4. It's going to be a one-way trip here. He commits, he dives. He gets another 5. Oh. Getting another 6. Can we get 7? No, not quite. As Hellions are cleaned up, all in total here, we've lost 15 workers. An entire mineral line worth of drones have gone down. That is brutal damage. That is devastating. Thankfully, Dark has the gold. The gold base does make up for that. Oh no! As Dark, he allows the Eva Chamber to complete. Has to be killed. Has to be brought down. And again, the gold base is allowing Dark to sustain some of these losses. He's making up for it. Meanwhile, there is that link speed upgrade. 1-1 on the way here with the Eva Chambers. But as we mentioned, one of the options is to go from Roach Ravager into Hydra Lurker. And based on the tech, there it is. Hydrogen has been thrown down. Infestation Bit into Hive, into Lurkers. Not into Ling Bang. Not yet. As Bunny, he's establishing his third. This entire time, Dark has been defending. Like, he's had no map presence whatsoever. No Ling run-bys, no Roach counterattacks. Again, just because of the build of choice. I mean, he has no way to be active. Roach speed is just over halfway done. Meanwhile, nice time catching 2 of the queens. And 2 queens go down. Oh, the medevacs, they overextend, and a full medevac goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Bunny getting too greedy here. He had a very strong start, but suddenly not as worth it. Full medevac goes down. Bunny getting to his 4th CC. Dark, he's claiming another gold. Again, with all these gold bases, Dark, he can sustain some of these losses. It's okay. It's okay. He likes it, buddy. He likes it. And the Hydras are amassing. No Lurker Gen yet. The Hive has completed. We should be seeing some Vipers, some Spellcasters. Bunny sneaking up here towards the top side. Gets another Queen. Gets a Queen, gets an Overlord. Bunny pulls away. And there's that Lurker Den. Lurker Den has been thrown down. And we'll see how Bunny can deal with this. Like, for the time being, sure, Bunny's been left alone. I do think this 4th base is late, considering that Bunny has been left to his own devices the entire time. We could have been a little bit greedy here to take a faster expansion. Just now being taken. Dark is going to be the first to max out. Now, bearing in mind, Dark has an inflated supply with all these roaches, so not the most efficient army. And pushing into tank lines is not going to be easy. Not without Vipers. Viper production has begun. Darky rotates over. Tanks are within range. Roaches, they have to back up. Oh, going for the tank. Yeah, tank is late to siege. Tank does go down. Dark once again getting behind the mineral line, avoiding most of the tanks. Pushing towards the 3rd base. Bunny out of position, has to rotate. CC goes down. Was that a kill? That was a kill in the CC. Roach Hydra pushing in, takes down another tank. And if you notice, Dark, he lost all of his roaches. And it's, oh no! Oh, gets 2 full Medivacs! Oh my god! Dark, calm down! But as soon as Dark lost the roaches, he backs off. He backs off and he's replacing that with Lings instead. So Ling, Hydra into Lurker. Dark successfully trading out his roaches. Gets rid of them. So that's a couple left. Wants to get rid of this as well. But Dark, he's refining his army. And I believe the Vipers have arrived. There are 2 Vipers full of energy. They have made it. Dark, once again, skirting around the edge of that sensor tower. Tanks do siege. It's a lot of tanks. So again, Dark trying to trade. Viper's going to be so crucial here. Here come the Lightning Clouds. He gets 1, he gets 2. 2 Lightning Clouds, but despite that, just don't have no supports. And not enough Lings. Hydras are going down, and Bunny, he's breaking through. He breaks through the defensive line. Oh my god, Dark, he stuck around too long. That was not the fight he wanted to take. Losing so many Hydras. And Bunny, he's breaking through. He's breaking Dark. Dark trickling in. Gets 1 tank. Forces a bit of friendly fire, but again, not good enough. Not good enough from Dark. And despite the Lurker tech, he never made any. We now have 2 Lurkers, 3 Lurkers on the way, but it's too little too late. Goal base is going to be denied. Bunny can keep pushing. Tank line is a little bit far back. Yeah, there we go. It's repositioning, pushing forward. Bunny's gaining ground. There are some Lurkers in position. Tanks late to siege. Oh, gets 1. Takes down 1 tank. Yeah, but Bunny, he's looking secure. And there's only 1 Viper left. Oh no! 1 Viper remaining. Gets 1 Yoink, gets 2. The Yoinks are good, but Bunny, he's maxed. At the same time, Dark going for a massive counterattack, where he's trying to, hoping to distract Bunny. Bunny does not want to turn around. And the Lings, they delay a CC. Mining is being denied. This is good damage, but not going to be good enough. So here comes our first Blinding Cloud. But the siege line is solid. And the Hydras, they fall one after the other. Dark, he just cannot engage into this. He's going to try it. Oh, no. He gets 1 tank. Just the 1. Across about 23 SCV kills. Not bad. Does cripple the economy. Again, that was what? 2 Lurkers. Oh my god. That was 2 Lurkers. And a handful of Hydras. Dark achieving so much with so little. He's holding on. Taking more bases. Double expanding. Bonnie, he's losing momentum. Another Yoink. Takes down 2 tanks. Let's catch all those tanks. Go base it full. What's important here is that this army is getting smaller. Bonnie, he's bleeding out key units here. And Dark is mass expanding. Dark, he's sustaining himself. Bonnie, after losing 20 SCVs, he never did rebuild them. I mean, he has no other base. Another tank goes down. Dark just picking Bunny apart here. He's got a couple of Lurkers, though. The general lurker line here is still quite strong. And again, we just need a couple of Liberators here to harass. Whether it's Liberators, whether it's drops. I mean, again, Bunny can't really sustain or support replenishing his army with that limited economy. Just 1 more Lurker. Oh! This one Viper's been putting a little work. Finally, it goes down. Viper gets sniped. Back at home, Bunny secure. There we go. We have another CC on the way. And Bunny looks like he's finally broken this position. Or has he though? There's more lurkers. More lurkers coming in. Hatching a reinforcing tank. A couple of ghosts as well. And Bunny, he abandons his position. Tanks are exposed. 2 of them going down. Liberation has arrived though. Uh-oh. There's not many Hydras. Not enough Hydras. Bunny, he maintains his position just barely. And where's the anti-air? There's 1 Hydra. There's too much freedom. It's too much freedom here. Yeah, lurkers are falling one after the other, and Bunny, he's done it. Oh my god, despite that, there's still that 1 lurker harassing across the map, just being so annoying. Yeah, the snipes are brutal. Down to 2, down to 1, down to 0. 0 lurkers remaining. And all these bases are going to fall. That 1 lurker putting in a lot of work. So finally does go down. And Darky just cannot engage into this. Now the question becomes, does Bunny keep pushing towards the natural, or does he rotate? Does he rotate towards the fresh mining bases? How does Bunny approach this? I mean, it's tempting, because if you can break the natural, you can end the game, right? You can just straight up end the game. If you can get into that natural base. Yeah, he's going for it. He does reinforce. He's going to keep pushing. At the same time, Dark going for a counterattack. Gets 1 of the Liberators. Gets 1. Denies more mining. Hit SCV kills. Oh my god, Bunny just doom dropping into the main. He avoids the lurkers. Does avoid. Yeah, the ramp is under control here of the Terran. And he has gone for the kill. He's gone for the tech. We have the lurker den, the Hydra den, the Hive as well, the infestation pits. Everything's in the main, and everything's going to go down. Back at home, Bunny, he defends, and he attacks. Yeah, just expensive losses here for Dark. Trying to force his way through. Takes down some of the lurkers. Sorry, some of the ghosts, I mean. Takes down the CC as well. Oh, with the SCVs! Oh my god! 21 SCV kills. Not a clean defense here out of Bunny, losing 24 SCVs. He pulled the boys into the lurker. He was crazy. Oh my god, he's down to 28 workers. No shot. No shot. As again, the individual lurker harass doing so much here. Getting 28 SCVs, which is most of the economy. Liberators there overextend. Yeah, they siege up a little bit too far out. Oh my god. A bit of miscontrol as well. Bunny is falling apart. He's falling apart. The lurker harassing continues. Again, just a handful of lurkers. Bunny can't handle it. He's cracking under the pressure. He's cracking. Oh no. Bunny. We had this game. He abandons the main. Hydrogen was rebuilt. Oh. Jumping towards the mining bases here. I mean, Bunny, he never scattered top left. He doesn't know. He's not fully aware. Jesus, that's a lot of ghosts. It's an expensive army. He can't afford to lose this. Has to pull out. Oh, there's a launch. He gets 1. Oh, takes out everything. Oh my god, Bunny. He lost everything. GG gets called. And Dark, he will take game number 1. GG. Buddy. GG, well played. Bunny, he was doing so well this game. Breaking the goal base, breaking the southern expansions, diving into the main. But again, the pressure became a little bit too much, making a lot of mistakes there towards the end. He was just torn apart by all the lurker harass, of course. It was like 5 lurkers in total. Likewise, did overextend into the natural with his liberators, and in the end, lost every single ghost in that doom drop. Ay. Oh my god. Dark. The tenacity. Never gave up. Never really cracking a sweat, really. He was fine, but copium. Totally in control. GG. GG, well played. And with that, Dark takes a lead. Dark does take a lead. And we're getting into game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Amygdala. Let's go. Poor Bunny got discombobulated. He did. Ah. It's catching up. Catching up. Bunny losing 20 SCVs just meant more army. Copium. Ah. But yeah, Dark. The tenacity, just never giving up. Never losing faith. Ah. The mental fortitude. Crazy, papi, crazy. And here we go. We're getting to our next game, getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Falcons. Again, looking so good in that last game, but it did slip through his fingers. Can he bring it back? Can he force the ace match? I hope he can. It is Bunny. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player from South Korea, the Pappy himself, leading the series 1-0. It is Dark. Let's go. Let us go. Again, shout out to Dark. I think it was last week where he posted an image of his daughter, and he got his daughter a Zergling onesie. Got her a onesie. So he's got a little Zergling, like, scurrying around the house. Ah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love that, I think in the photo, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Dark had the Zergling slippers for scale. Those are squad of Zerglings, including his daughter. Love to see it. Yeah, that's what he's here for. What's he fighting for? He's fighting for his family, papi. Let's go. Let's go. Out here fighting for his family. Will never give up. Whew. And let us calm down. This time, standard opener, hatch gas pool. As a reminder, last game, Dark, he was cutting corners, so he was being greedy. He went for a gasless opener. This time, going for a standard hatch gas pool into link speed. So this time, he's not going to be rushing to roaches. He could still play roach in the mid game. Don't get me wrong. You know, Dark is a roach boy, 100%. But for now, he should be going to link speed and into a more standard back and forth in the early game. Again, we mentioned before how this kind of gasless style is very map dependent on maps like El Dorado, like Neon Violet Square, Abyssal Reef, King's Cove. Here on Amygdala, it is far more risky just because of the size of the map, just because of how long it takes to rotate between the bases, how wide and open the natural is as well. It's not as defendable as other maps. So link speed is on the way. Back at home, Bunny going for his own standard opener here. Last game, he went for a 3cc, not Banshee, went 3cc 1-1-1 into Liberate Harass instead. We'll see if he does the same, or if he does embrace Banshees this time. Keep an eye on Bunny. Dark's in his comfort zone in this kind of game. True, true. He likes losing bases. He likes losing drones. He needs that pressure, man. He needs that pressure. If things are going too well, then it feels wrong. Oh, no. As our initial 4 lanes, they get across the map. They do get into the marine. Not bad. They deny mining time. No SCV kills, but denied mining nonetheless. As the Reaper was out of position. Ooh. Yeah, Reaper's racing back home. Gets 1 SCV. Not bad. And gets a full scout. Gets a full scout of the main base, confirms the 3rd CC timing, confirms the 1-1-1. Dark is in the know. Now, as we can see in the aftermath of that link going down, once again, no add-on. There is no add-on swap here. It is going to be a Liberator first from Bunny, just like the previous game, not playing Banshee. So no Banshees, Liberator instead. This leads into an earlier stim timing, into the faster tech lab on the racks. It is on the way. Okay, so we're settling in. And again, because of the opener of choice, the chances of Dark playing Ling main is much higher this time. Last game, it was just Roach Ravager into Ling Hydra Lurker. Ling Hydra Lurker Viper. As we are reaching the timing here for a lair. We'll see if Dark goes lair first or if he goes double Evo Chamber instead. We'll see how greedy Dark is going to be. Knocking down the rooks. Gaining access to the gold. A little better if uncontested? Kind of. Like, they both have their own role. For example, if Dark was playing Roach, then Banshees are better, just because Banshees, they can slow down any kind of Roach aggression or Roach pushes. Banshee play is considered to be safer. Meanwhile, Hellions, they just go straight for the mineral line. Leagues are out of position, drones it and grows it. Oh my god! And Queen's not able to stop this, and that's going to be 7 workers already, and we're not done. Meanwhile, Dark, he does wall off in time. Whew. Does wall off the natural. But I can't say the same here for the third. Does Evo Chamber though, just in time. Walls up. Saves the drones. Oh, but I spoke too soon. Oh my god, the limb! I spoke too soon here as he was distracted. 9 kills! 9 kills on the Liberator. The Queens were out of position, Queens were distracted, and that's going to be 15 workers going down. An entire mineral line. Oh my god! Very similar to last game, actually, if you recall. Where last game with the Hellion dives, we also saw around 15 workers going down. If you remember, last game was 15 workers and the Evo Chamber as well. This time, just straight 15 drones, but very nice damage here by Bunny. And with that, Bunny even saves the Liberator. Does save the Lib. Even catching an Overlord. And with that, the third base is getting up and running. Yeah, well, we spoke earlier, because of the opener here, it is going to be Ling Bane. Baliness is on the way, as we did mention, into that macro hatch, into a 4-base setup. But Dark has a lot of catching up to do. He has a lot of redroning here. And similarly to the last game, Bunny has a stronger start. Now, we can't get ahead of ourselves, because if you watch the last game, if you're like, oh, Bunny has a lead, he should win this. Well, I mean, you know, what happened last game? So, of course, Dark, he is going to bounce, or he's going to try to bounce back as best he can. Going to be droning on up, saturating his bases, getting to 1-1 upgrades, knocking down those rocks, and we'll see how Bunny can handle his first push. He's waiting a little bit longer. We have to wait for the upgrades. We have combat shields. We have 1-1 on the horizon as well. It is going to be a strong 1-1 timing here from Bunny, and he's moving out ahead of time. He's got 2 tanks. He has reinforcing Marines. The Hellions here, I believe, can morph into Hellbats, but ooh, the armory has just begun, so no Hellbats yet. As Bunny's making his way towards that expansion. Dark going for a Ling counterattack at the same time. Banelings are amassing. Baneling speed is not ready. Yeah, Dark, he did prioritize 1-1 upgrades over Baneling speed. So Dark being greedy here. Ling says denied entry. Bunny, he responds in time. Good defense. Deflects the Lings. And now Bunny can focus on his attack. He can focus on his push. The Ling harass does nothing. Base under fire. Dark, he's just buying time here for Bathing Speed. Just waiting for his moment. Oh! He's gonna commit. Does commit to the shroud, locks down the Marines. Marines do fall. Tank as well. Dark backs off. He backs off. And what's crazy is Dark P preserved the Banelings. The Banelings were preserved. Did save them. Bathing Speed now kicks in. And now Bunny cannot push onto creep. Not as easily. Not as easily. Meanwhile, Ling Bane does hit across the map. Trading with the bio. Does trade with the bio. Dark, he saves the third. 4th base is getting saturated. 5th base on the way as the gold. This is a risky maneuver. The gold base is very difficult to defend on this map, especially if Bunny has map control. The Dark, he's maintaining himself. Tank sieging up. Ooh. Tank bullet going up on the Banelings. And massive connections here on those Banelings. The splits are good enough. And Dark is in trouble. The Queens are going down. Dark going for a massive counterattack instead. Does catch reinforcements. Gets a tank, gets Marines. What about the base? Oh, Dark getting on top of the tank, just barely not getting it though. And tank survives. SCVs, they get into the mineral line. Forcing friendly fire. Tank goes down. Damage is being done with reinforcements. Dark, he's barely holding on here. There's 1 Hellbat, 1 Marine, and 1 tank remaining. The base survives, and 21 SCVs. Dark, he's popping up. He barely holds at home, gets 21 SCVs across the map. Lings, they're still in the main, they're still in the natural. And Bunny, he races back home. He couldn't reinforce. He was distracted. And Dark holds. Whew. Dark does hold. Hi, hi, hi. Dark, calm down. As the creep is lacking, true, the creep is non-existent here at the third. But the run-bys do not stop. Dark collapsing on the Marines. Oh. Trades well. Takes off some of the fire. And what's important right now is that Dark, because he's being active, because Dark suddenly gains map control, the gold is untouched. The gold is untouched here. Bunny is stuck at home taking his own expansion, and Dark is recovering thanks to the gold. So he is recovering. From here, going into Lingbane Hydra. Hive is now done. Adrenal is on the way. Ooh, I assumed it was going to go into Lurkers, but no, going into Ultras instead. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, my attention. Do have that Ultra Cavern. Bunny going for a split push. Double jump on the right. Main army towards the left. We'll see if Dark can keep up. Again, the creep is lacking because of all the aggression. And Bunny, he has yet to actually scout that central location. Yeah, brutal mind shot. Mind shot goes off 16 link kills. But Dark, he will catch the medevac. Medevac goes down. Bunny, he scouts the gold. And he will deny mining. Oh. Will deny mining, and Dark, he just cannot mine from this location. Not like this, not anytime soon. The gold is going to fall. At this point, the gold base did pay for itself. That is true. But he would have liked to have kept the gold regardless. As Bunny is rotating. Rocks are being knocked down. Both players getting to 3-3 upgrades. No ultras yet. No tech yet either. I mean, we have no room for it. Both armies maxing out. Dark being cheeky, going for the expansion. Show some line shots. Ooh, yeah, brutal connections on the left. Lingbane rolls in on the right. Dark, he trades with the army. Does trade, doesn't break through. I just lagging behind a little bit. Decent connections towards the end. And Dark, he holds. He shuts down the army. Means that the Widow Mine's catching out some reinforcements. Bunny has to get out of here. He's getting cornered. Oh no! Does get cornered. Gonna be forced back. Can he get out of here? Full medevac. Ooh, full medevac goes down. 2 full medevac. Oh my god! Not again. Not again. As Bunny is trapped. Does find out with those Liberators. And throughout all this, at least he is maintaining that goal base. It is getting up and running. But there's some big losses here for Bunny. And Hive upgrades now on the way. Getting to that lunge. I'll be honest, part of me feels like this Ultra Cavern may have been a mistake. Like, as in, I hope that he isn't, like, getting ready for Lurker tech. Hopefully. So now knocking down those rocks. So far, no Ultra upgrades, just the tech itself. Dark's just fully maxing out here on Lingbane Hydra. Moves in. Up! My shot doesn't connect. So again, Darky does gain map control. Bloody trying to dive on top of the base, but last Darky keeps up. Shows some mine shot. Does pull away in time. Avoids the mine. Darky's holding, is stabilizing. 3-3 upgrades are finishing up. Darky is building up a bank. And this is where I would assume that we would either throw down a Lurker Den, a Spire, or even commit into the Ultra upgrades. One of the 3. Just to set up for it. With my drill coming in. It doesn't burrow in time. Oh, we're calming down. We have a little bit of a lull here. It's been an intense game. Very intense. We can take a breath back. We can take a breath. Zarky's trying to respread all that creep. Likewise, 2 Hydras. Denying mining time. They deny mining. Limited range on the way. One of mine's being cleaned up. Up! Ooh. Decent connection. The Wind Mines are going down. The Dark maintaining map control. Pushing in. And he wants to try to get on top of that mineral line. That avoids that Wind Mine. Dives in the army, takes down the Ghost. And leaves they peel off into those SCVs. The workers are going down at the same time. Dark pushing in the left-hand side as well. And he knocks down the expansion. There's no escaping other contamination. You don't often see a flying contaminated building like that. Not often. Let's go. And I was waiting for the spellcasters that we go. Infestors are on the way to help support the army. No Vipers yet. The Infestors are coming. Starkey backs off, he remaxes, rebuilds, sticking with a more mobile composition. Going left and right. Oh. Now pulling away. Does pull away, still clearing that bank. Now, so far, when it comes to this kind of army composition, it has a lot of potential as long as you're killing bases. At a certain point, if Bunny's able to take a better fight defensively, then that's where this army can really struggle. But so far, I mean, Bunny, he's struggling to remax. He is lacking SimCity. It's still working well here for Dark. He can still make this work. Again, the goal here is to rotate and knock down the bases as often as possible. Deny mining, deny the expansions. So far, has been doing well. Bunny trying to siege up. Yo, Nuke is on the way. More Liberators as well. The high Liberator count can become a problem here. Up! As we'll take down one of them. Takes down the Lib. The Infestors have arrived. They're getting ready for those fungals. The mine shots are getting brutal though. He's coming in. Up! It doesn't quite land it though. Nice EMP. EMP pops off. Tank goes down. Good choke point here for Bunny. Bunny does trade more efficiently. Splits against the Bailings. And no major connections. Yeah, Bunny does fight well here. We have 122 Lings on the way. Massive fungal. There's no follow-up. Yeah, there's no follow-up. We can just stand and fight. Bunny can just take the fungals to the face. Takes down the Infestor. Shuts down the Ling Pain. But Dark, he's so quick to remax. He just keeps going. It wasn't an efficient fight for Dark. But he might be able to overwhelm anyway. Again, here come the 122 Lings. Yeah, they roll it in. And no SimCity. No walls, no bunkers. No Widow Mines have been rebuilt. There's one Widow Mine left. And he breaks the base. Dark, he breaks expansion. And Bunny, he plummets in supply. Oh, that's the Vipers. Vipers are coming. As I believe Dark did bleed out all the Infestors. Oh, no, sorry. Did save 2 of them. Still up there. Still out there even. Here at Dark, he's rotating. Here at the northern base, there is some better SimCity. We have 2 planetaries or 2 CCs. Widow Mines, Liberation Zones as well. Much more difficult location to break. So Darky just goes for the gold. Just goes for the gold. Takes down 6 SCVs. Pulls back. And again, he can just keep rotating. Just keep rotating back and forth. He's trying to turtle up. Doing what he can. He's not a turtle though, he's a bunny. Aye, aye, aye. As Dark, he sees a setup here, doesn't push into it. Oh, he wants the ghost though. He does come into the dive. Once again, not the best trades here from Dark. Please had a Luddling Bane. Yeah, better fight for Bunny. And that's kind of what he's hoping for. He's hoping for, like, consecutively worse fights for the Zerg. And then he could recover and take another expansion. Nuke towards the gold. Nuke is on the way. Dark, he doesn't notice. Uh-oh. Okay, he does. Whew. Pulls away. Pulls away in time. Likewise, massively in counterattack. Does rushes past the army, going straight for the production. Straight for the natural. Straight for the natural base. Pulling Bunny out of position. Dark at the same time. Trying the Northern CC. And again, to break these siege locations, I was going to say that this is where something like Broodlord Infestor comes into play, and where that's forced out. Meanwhile, Nidus into the main base, and alas, Bunny does notice. Does notice. Currently, Dark, he can still afford to stay on Lingbane Hydra. Like, it's still viable just because of his control of the map and because of his economy, because of his bank. Like, it's still okay. I am a little bit uneasy that Dark isn't at least teching in other directions to make sure he has that available to him. Which is very overconfident from Dark. But I mean for good reason. For good reasons, happy as he does dive in. Takes down the CC. Oh. Lunges forward, takes down one of the Liberators as well. And the Nidus runs, they continue. If a Nidus does ever finish in the main base, that can just be game. And Dark, he's hoping for that. This Bunny is going to expand. We'll see if he can. Oh, let's go, the Spire, let's go! Dark, he's finally teching. He's like, you know what? I probably can't end the game like this. Like, you know what? I'm making this harder on myself than I need to. Let's go for the Spire. Let's morph in the Greater Spire. Let's just get ready for it. Yeah. Let's go. Neural's being researched as well. Ooh, nice snipe on the Viper. Viper does go down. Another nice into the main. Bunny does notice. Spawns, he shuts this down. So Dark is going for +1 flyer attack. This tells us that he's most likely to go into Corruptor. I mean, that will help deal with these Liberators. So no setup into Greater Spire yet. Yo, do we not have Liberate? We do. Fusion Core's on the way. Uh-oh. Are we feeling BC? Might be. I mean, that is more viable in this kind of game state. Bunny, he successfully expands, takes another base. Bunny, he's maxed. And he did well for himself. We mentioned it before, but like the goal for Bunny was to turtle and to eventually expand, and he did it. Took a fresh mining base, took an expansion, gaining ground. Dark moving in. And massive mine shot to the face. But Bunny spread thin, and these Liberators are exposed. Yeah, they are exposed. They're going to be going down. Hydras, they rush past. Link Bane into the planetary. And Bunny was just completely out of position. The base goes down. The mineral line as well. 27 SCV kills. And now the army arrives. Again, Bunny, he missed the rotation. And he lost the base. Lost the base, lost the expansion. Bunny was doing a great job recovering until this moment. As Bunny was maxed, now suddenly plummets in supply. Down to 150. And here come the Corruptors. 15 Corruptors on the way. Now some more secure anti-air. Dark now has a better answer to the Liberators, and I mean, Bunny, he's just heavily reliant on these libs to keep him alive. Dark, he has an answer to the Freedom. Ah. Get out of here. As is going Ling Bang Corruptor. Expansion goes down, and he just commits. He commits in, will take down every single Liberator. Massive bungle, oh my god, the bungle connects. And there's no escaping this. Dark, he swallows up the army. And Dark has finally done it. He breaks through the main force, and he has enough to keep pushing this time. He can keep pushing in. Diving on the reinforcements. Hunting down Metamax, Liberators, anything and everything. Oof. As there's what, 3 Liberators left. Never mind, more of them come down. Jesus. It's a lot left over. Dark, he can retreat. So Greater Spire is now on the way. Let's go. Getting to the Greater Spire. Dark does burn through his entire bank, by the way. Burns through everything here to remax. This is mining everything he can. Still has gases here. True. Gas has not been mined from. Taking top left. Bunny's lying bottom right. This Bunny will catch 7 more drones. More workers. Dark, now he's remaxed. He can commit into this again. It's not going to be like pretty pushing into all these liberation zones, but Dark, he can pull it off. So he peels off the Corruptors. Goes to the Planetary. Is brought down. Planetary does fall. Bunny's trying to expand. And once Bunny tries to take the space, he's going to be exposing himself. Like, that's what Dark is waiting for. Waiting for Bunny to move further out on the creep to establish that expansion. Likewise, Darker's army split in 2. Brings down the gases. And Dark, he just avoids the army. True. Just avoids the main army. Forces Bunny to reposition. Nice snipe on the Infestor. And Dark, he commits. Takes down the Planetary, takes down another CC. It's another base falling. Oh my god, the Buggles! They lock down the Marines. Yeah, and this time we're more wide open. There's some better fight for Dark. Forcing Bunny out into the open here. And now he has enough to break through, to kill the main army, to push into the main. GG gets called. We get the Microbo shot towards the end, and Dark, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. Once again, 2 games in a row, Dark has a rough start. Dark had a very rough start to the game. He fell behind. Both games, he lost 15 workers. Both games, Bunny gained a lot of momentum, a big advantage. And Dark, he did a crazy job at recovering from that, bouncing back. Remember, Dark, he was barely surviving with barely any creep at his bases against the initial bio tank push. And what was important is that Dark, he barely held the line, protected his middle line, and if you remember, he got like 21 SCVs across the map. He went for a massive link bang counterattack, he caught reinforcements, he kept reinforcing across the map as well, took down the tanks, and eventually snowballed out of control. It wasn't easy either. Like, initially, the Ling Rumbais weren't doing anything. If you remember, the Ling Rumbais, they were delaying reinforcements, but they weren't really getting any damage. It took a long time for that to finally pay off. And in the end, GG. In the end, GG, well played. Once again, a crazy comeback there by Dark. Bunny for the tail end, like the last 10 minutes of that game, or even 8 minutes of that game, he was in a rough position. He had to completely lost map control, and he was just struggling to keep his head above water there. In the end, it wasn't quite able to recover. He did max towards the end, which was impressive, but even when he maxed out, like, he still didn't have the best setup that he would have hoped for, and GG. GG, well played. Dark will claim the series, and Dark will advance on into the next round. The question becomes, who's up next? Question becomes, who is up next? Let's switch our scenes over and catch up on the bracket. Let's go.